Hello everyone. Today, I want to share a beautiful story with you. A story from a peaceful village about a young boy who discovered that true success doesn't come from talent alone, it comes from unwavering focus. By the end of this story, you will understand why people who stay focused always move ahead, no matter how much noise surrounds them. There was a small village surrounded by green fields, flowing rivers, and fresh morning air. Life there was simple, but not always easy. In that village lived a boy named Arjun. Everyone knew Arjun as a bright, honest, and hard-working young man. He respected everyone, loved learning, and dreamed of giving his widowed mother a better life. Every morning before the first rays of sunlight touched the earth, Arjun woke up. While most people were still sleeping, he was already working in the fields. He watered crops, carried heavy bundles, cleaned the farm, and worked until his clothes were soaked with sweat. Only after completing his responsibilities did he return home. He washed himself, ate a simple meal with his mother, and sat down to study under the dim light of an old lamp. Although he had very little time for his books, he never complained. Everyone in the village believed that Arjun would become the top student in his final school examinations. His teachers praised his dedication, and his neighbors often said, "This boy has a bright future." Arjun believed it too. Finally, the examination season arrived. During the day, he worked tirelessly in the fields. At night, he revised his lessons until his eyes could barely stay open. Weeks later, the results were announced. But something happened that no one expected. Arjun failed one important subject. For a few moments, everything around him felt silent. His dreams seemed broken. His confidence disappeared. But the real pain began after that. As he walked through the village every morning, people started laughing at him. "There goes the clever boy. So much studying, yet he couldn't even pass. Maybe he was never intelligent after all." Some people smiled sarcastically. Others whispered behind his back. Every word felt like an arrow piercing his heart. Arjun never answered anyone. He simply lowered his head and kept walking. But inside, he was losing hope. One evening, after finishing another exhausting day of work, Arjun visited an elderly mentor named Master Dev. Master Dev was respected by everyone. He rarely spoke, but whenever he did, people listened carefully. Arjun sat quietly before him. After a long silence, he said, "Master, I can bear hard work. I can bear failure. But I cannot bear these people's words anymore. Every day they laugh at me. Every day they remind me that I failed." Master Dev looked into his eyes with calmness. Then he smiled gently. "My son," he said, "come tomorrow morning before sunrise. I have a small task for you." The next morning, Arjun arrived. Master Dev handed him a large brass bowl filled to the very edge with water. The surface was perfectly still. "Take this bowl," the old man said, "and walk through the busiest streets of the village. Walk to the old banyan tree and return." Arjun nodded. "But remember one thing. If even a single drop falls from this bowl, your task is incomplete." Arjun held the heavy bowl carefully with both hands. His fingers tightened around it. His breathing slowed. He began walking. The streets slowly filled with people. Children played loudly. Shopkeepers shouted to attract customers. Women chatted outside their homes. Some villagers immediately noticed Arjun. "There he is again. The boy who failed." People laughed. Some even tried to distract him. One man clapped loudly beside him. Another called his name several times. A few children ran around him, trying to make him lose balance. But Arjun didn't react. His eyes never left the bowl. His entire attention stayed on the calm water. Step after careful step. He continued walking. The voices became distant. The laughter faded away. The crowd slowly disappeared from his mind. Only one thing existed. The bowl in his hands. His breathing. His balance. His focus. After a long walk, he reached the banyan tree. Then he carefully returned to Master Dev. Not a single drop had spilled. The old teacher smiled. He asked, "Tell me, Arjun, while you were walking, did you hear those people laughing?" Arjun shook his head. No, master. Did you notice the children running around you? No. Did you hear anyone calling your name? No. I saw nothing except the bowl. Master Dev placed his hand gently on Arjun's shoulder. My child. This is exactly how life works. When your attention stays fixed on your goal, the world's opinions lose their power. People will always speak. Some will encourage you. Some will criticize you. Some will laugh when you fail. But none of those voices can stop you unless you stop focusing. Arjun remained silent. For the first time in many days, peace filled his heart. That single lesson changed everything. From that day onward, Arjun stopped looking at the crowd. He stopped counting the people who doubted him. Instead, he counted the hours he studied. He worked in the fields with determination. When the new results were announced, the village gathered once again. But this time, no one laughed. No one whispered. Everyone stood amazed. Arjun had passed with outstanding marks. The same people who once mocked him now congratulated him. Some even said, "We always knew he would succeed." Arjun simply smiled. He had learned something far more valuable than passing an exam. He had learned that success belongs to those who protect their focus. One peaceful morning, as the golden sun rose above the fields, Arjun stood watching the sky. A gentle breeze touched his face. Birds flew freely across the horizon. He smiled quietly because he finally understood one simple truth. The world doesn't become silent. Your mind becomes stronger. And when your mind stays focused on its purpose, every distraction slowly disappears. So whenever life becomes difficult, whenever people doubt you, whenever criticism surrounds you, remember Arjun and the bowl of water. Hold tightly to your dreams. Protect your focus. Walk steadily toward your goal. And let the noise of the world fade into the background. Because the people who stay focused today become the people the world applauds tomorrow.